What's going on, man? It's your girl Sleazy Buttons, and we are on set with Always On Production. We're actually looking for a few people to answer some of our questions, because today we need to figure out to trick or not to trick. Hey, buddy, you mind if I ask you a couple questions? On a first date, who should pay?
I think definitely the guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even if she asked him out?
Yeah.
Okay, we like the answers to that. To trick. How would you feel about her paying for a date, fourth or fifth date?
The fourth or fifth one, I think at that point it's, you're going to start switching off back and forth. So, whoever proposes the date at that time, I feel like, whoever proposes it can start paying for it. But, but to start off, I think it's always the gentleman's responsibility to pay for the first one or the first few.
I think there'll be a lot of ladies proud of you out there, man.
Hopefully my girlfriend's proud of me.
Hey, we hope she's proud of you. Shout out to Matt's girlfriend. We love her. Typically, if you have some type of rapport built with a person, the money in which you spend can be considered to be treating. If you all have no rapport built up, that money can be considered tricking. If you're the only person who spends money, you're probably tricking. If you have a fair exchange with someone, she takes you out, you take her out, you're probably treating. What are we investing? See, I can treat you with my time, or I can trick you with my money. See, I may not have time to offer you, but I might have plenty of money. I may not have any money, but I got plenty of time to trick or treat. Here's another question for you. What is the most expensive gift, and you don't necessarily, this would be about you, the most expensive gift you've ever received and the least expensive gift you've ever received?
This is from a girlfriend?
This is from a girlfriend. It could be somebody you just dated too. Like sometimes people just buy crazy gifts for people. They do.
I think probably the most expensive was a trip.
Okay.
It was a trip to Hocking Hills, and she paid for us getting out there and the cabin that we stayed in, along with everything else that was included on the trip.
We appreciate all-inclusive dates, just so everybody knows.
But then the most expensive gift I gave was probably a diamond necklace. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now, the reason we ask these questions is because the community wants to know to trick or not to trick. Now, some people are going, what do you mean by that? Usually there's some type of exchange between people. Maybe it's just a small date. Maybe you guys are going for a walk in the park. Maybe you take a trip to Hocking Hills. You never know. But our thing is you want to trick responsibly. Take care of those who take care of you, but be mindful how you treat people and how you want to be treated. Matt, again, we thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Miss, you mind if I ask you a couple questions? What's your preference? Would you prefer a guy to spend time with you or to spend money on you?
I would say a little bit of both, but I like time more than money, personally, so.
Trick. Fourth date. Y'all went out to eat together. Y'all went out to the movies together. He took you out dancing. Fourth date. What would be a good token of the show, either appreciation for spending time with you or to get your attention?
I would say some jewelry. I like a little gold myself.
Not trick. Now let me ask you something. Do you ever spend money on your dates?
Ooh, all the time. I'll be the first person to take my man on a $100 date to a fine, nice French restaurant.
Don't waste your money. It's not worth it. So you believe in reciprocity?
Oh, 100%. You should go halfway. If you're paying, I'll tip. Or if we go to the movies, I'll get the snacks. Like, it goes both ways.
She's smart. Now, you're not going to hear this that often because sometimes people feel like they shouldn't spend money. You might be a tricking ass bitch, but, that's who you are. That's who you are. Now, I know y'all aware of the Trick or Treat song and you heard a little bit about it. And so what we're doing is reaching out to the community and find out who spends money and who doesn't. Should it be a fair exchange, or do you feel like it's a me type of thing?
A good fair exchange if you want it to be real, if you want it to be wholesome, but every now and again it is a little me, like birthday times, but it is good to get back. It is. Now I'll be honest with you, not everybody has to trick. Some of us, the gift of gab is all it takes. A little piece of hope, a little piece of dope, maybe a little liquor, but you don't necessarily have to spend money. I guess the reason I put this together for you guys, I know some of you do need help. I know some of you
You just spend all your money on that honey. Just trying to give you a few guidelines so you know whether or not to trick. I understand that some of you are a little lost. You maybe spent some money and didn't get back what you wanted. Now you'll never spend money on anybody else again. I don't want you to be caught dead last in a race. What we're going to do today is go over the Trickonomics one-on-one. I want you to head on over to www.sleazybuttons.com and get a load of this good information we have for you to trick or not to trick.